What's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about sexual energy transmutation. We're going to go a little further into what it is, and also we're going to discuss a technique that's going to help us use the sexual energy transmutation towards reaching our goals or creating our projects in a much faster and effective way. So you can think about your sexual energy as simply just energy. Energy is everything, we have everything vibrating at different frequencies, and everything that we can see is actually energy, including your money. So when you think about money as energy, and then you think about sexual energy, it's basically the same thing. So whenever we are actually wasting this energy, we are wasting our money. We could be investing this energy and use it as a type of currency which we can invest in order to reach our goals or to create our businesses or to do anything we really want much more faster and effectively. The first time I used sexual energy transmutation, I must have been 13 or 14. I used to compete in tennis at a pretty high level, and I remember our coaches always telling us not to masturbate on the night before the competition, or even worse, on the day of the competition. I remember me and my friends always wonder why would they advise us such a thing. And we asked, and the thing that they always told us was more something in the lines of, well, you can compare it to if you ran a 100-meter race right before your match, you're gonna be that much more tired, and it's the same thing. So I remember at the time we just kind of listened to our coaches and applied the techniques without much deeper knowledge. So I do believe that the techniques were pretty effective. Even today, you can see this type of thing being advised to professional athletes. And for me, myself, I reached championships at the national level in Colombia. So I was national champ a few times in singles and doubles. And I actually also competed internationally, reaching about number 4 in the rankings in South America in singles. I reached number 1 in doubles, also in the junior level in South America. And then at the world level in juniors ITF, I reached around 400 in the world at the junior level. Later in life, I ran into the book Think and Grow Rich. And this is actually one of the most famous personal development books that has been used by very well-known figures in our world. In this book, we actually have a whole chapter that's dedicated to the sexual transmutation of energy. I think the chapter is called The Mystery of Sexual Energy Transmutation. And I want to read to you guys quotes from the book where they describe the importance of the sexual energy, and they actually also tell us of some of the people in history that have used this technique and that we may actually know today. This actually is chapter 11, called The Mystery of Sex Transmutation. Quote, "The emotion of sex has back of it the possibility of 3 constructive potentialities. They are: number 1, the perpetuation of mankind. Number 2, the maintenance of health. As a therapeutic agency, it has no equal. Number 3, the transformation of mediocrity into genius through transmutation." So this word transmutation, we can actually just think about it as transformations. We're transforming our sexual energy into a different kind of energy, or the act of sexual related act into a different act. It's simply just like that. I want to mention another quote right here. Quote, "The men of greatest achievement are men with highly developed sex natures, men who have learned the art of sex transmutation." And here it's one more quote that I want to read to you guys from this chapter. Quote, "Sex energy is the creative energy of all genii. There never has been and never will be a great leader, builder, or artist lacking in this driving force of sex. And also we have a few of the names of the people that have famously used sex transmutation or sexual energy transmutation. And we have names such as George Washington, Napoleon Bonaparte, William Shakespeare, Abraham Lincoln, Ralph Waldo Emerson, Thomas Jefferson, Oscar Wilde, Andrew Jackson, Enrico Caruso. These are just some of the names that the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill gives us as a testimony of successfully using the sexual energy transmutation. Now you gotta keep in mind, this book was written in 1937, and so at that time, talking about sex was something very taboo. Even today, we are getting a lot better at that, but it's still somehow taboo. So imagine the importance of this subject for Napoleon Hill to include a whole chapter on it on this book. So today I wanted to go a little deeper into how to do this, how to apply sexual energy transmutation. We've been kind of talking about what it is and just kind of being conscious of the fact that a lot of people misuse their sexual energy. Now today I wanted to give you at least one technique about how to use the sexual energy transmutation. So we're talking about this lower area of our body, or it's also related to our second chakra or sacral chakra or sexual chakra, which is the center of our creative energy. We know the sexual energy is actually the energy that can create babies. And so if you can create a baby with this energy, you can actually create anything you want. This is where the power comes from for creative imagination and your creativity in general. Okay? So it's important that we have an outlet, right? So you must have a goal. You must have something you want to do, and you want to decide about what that is. And after you are clear on what you want to do, then you can start applying the techniques, right? And so there are very well-known exercises, and this is actually, I want to mention, this is the same thing for women and for men, is equally applicable, okay? We have something that actually women, I think they use it more than men, and it's called the Kegel exercises, okay? So this is basically different exercises reinforced and to strengthen the muscles of the sexual area. So there is a lot of them that women do, and maybe some men are aware of this. So today I want to give you a tip, and it's very, very easy. When you are going to the bathroom and you are releasing,
number one,
basically what you want to do is just hold it. Right? So you're releasing and then you hold, and then you release and you hold. You can do this when you go to the bathroom, or you can do this just anytime. If you want to do this as you are just at home and you decide to take a little time to do Kegel exercises, this is just basically where you would simulate the holding of the flow. Stop the flow and then release, and stop the flow and then release, and this is going to strengthen the muscles on the sexual area. So what does this do for energy? Like we just mentioned, there is the sacral chakra, the center of sexual energy down here, and what we want to do is we accumulate this energy, and so we hold and we try to push that energy up through the spine and all the chakras up to your head and to your creative center and your imagination, or your sixth chakra. So what you're doing is harnessing all the energy down below from your sexual energy chakra, from your second chakra, and you push it all the way up to your head, to your theater of the mind, to your sixth chakra, to where you can use your creative imagination. And so you want to have these as a habit that you develop, and so you're accumulating sexual energy and bringing it up all the way to the theater of the mind. And not only you're going to feel more energized in general when you accumulate this energy, but you're also going to be able to express it. You need to express this energy. And so what we're doing is, rather than expressing it in the regular sexual acts that we have mentioned, masturbation or just mindless sex, we channel it and put it into other acts, activities that have to do with your projects, your business, or anything else productive that you want to do. And so in this manner, we're gonna be using our sexual energy, our most powerful energy, towards creating long-lasting results, as opposed to having just a moment of instant pleasure and just after that, then that's it. We're gonna channel all this for long-term gratification, and this is where the sexual energy is gonna be very, very powerful. Think about how driven you are, or how driven people are in general when they want to achieve a sexual goal. So you're gonna be using this powerful drive instead of just for a sexual instant pleasure. You're gonna use it for long-lasting results, leaving aside instant gratification and then transmuting it into long-lasting gratification. And so this is how we can actually harness and use the sexual energy transmutation techniques for personal development and just to reach our goals in a much more effective way. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. This is actually one more of the videos on this series. I want to make more videos about this topic. I think it's very important. There are many other things related to this subject. There are more techniques that we can use. I will share later on more stories about myself and using these techniques, and just more subjects that are related to it. Some of the other benefits that we can just kind of mention, it's you will actually be more appealing to the opposite sex when you are charged with the sexual energy. For men, you become more masculine. There is something that's called semen retention that is directly related to the Nofap or no masturbating. There's also a whole movement around this. It's called Nofap movement, and all these people obviously know the importance of harnessing the sexual energy. And so all of these subjects I want to touch on in future videos. For today, I want to thank you for being here, for paying attention, and I hope that you start using some of these simple techniques. Remember that sexual energy is money, money is energy, so do not just waste it, harness it, and use it to achieve your goals more effectively. Thank you for watching the video, and if you like this content, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. I will see you in the next video.